Hello friends, in this video I am going to discuss how to write a Matlab program to check whether a number is perfect number or not. And this is very common question in interview also. So the question is how to write a code to check whether a number is perfect number or not. So first we should know what is perfect number. So in number theory, a perfect number is a positive integer that is equal to sum of its proper divisors excluding the number itself. This is very important. Sum of its proper divisors or divisors excluding the number itself. What that means, suppose you just consider the value 6. What are the numbers by which 6 can be divided? Okay, so see, those are 1, 2, 3 and 6. So proper divisor means you cannot include 6 apart from the number itself. You just consider rest all positive divisors and you will get 1, 2, 3. You just add them up. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is nothing but 6. Okay, so see, if we add all the positive divisors excluding the number itself, we are getting that number itself. So that for this reason 6 is called perfect number. Like that 28, 496, there are little bit this kind of numbers are there which will follow the same property. So how to check whether a number is perfect number or not in Matlab? Let us try to understand. Okay, so see how to write the code. First x equal to input, then enter the number. Okay, fine, click enter. First we have to take the input from the user, obviously. Now see what we have to do. Basically we have to add all the positive divisors excluding that number itself, right? So basically how to check whether a number is divisible by other number or not, that is we have to check whether remainder is 0 or not, right? So what we will do, very simple. See how I am writing. First I am using one for loop for I equal to 1 colon x. Then if, I will explain just now, let me write first. If remainder of x comma I equal to 0, that means the number x can be divided by the number I, right? If remainder is 0, that means only that thing. But see here you cannot write I equal to 1 to x, because then this line indicates I will reach the final value of I will be x. Obviously x is divided by x, right? Like 6 is divided by 6. But to check whether the number is perfect or not, we cannot include that number itself. So our loop should rotate up to 6 minus 1, that is up to 5 it should rotate. Similarly here in general, I should be from 1 to x minus 1. Okay, if remainder of x comma I equal to 0, then we should add that number in a variable y equal to y plus I. You can initialize y equal to 0. Okay, then what you can do, you can just end this if loop and another end for the for loop. Now we have to check if y equal to x, then display what, tell me? Yes, the number is a perfect number. Else display no, the number is not a perfect number, and we have to write end. Okay, so let us check whether our code is working or not. Control A, evaluate selection. So enter the number. Let me give 6. See, yes, it is a perfect number. Okay, let me simulate for 28. See, yes, this is a perfect number. Let us check for 496, that is 496. 496, yes, this is also a perfect number. Fine, so this is the code to check whether a number is perfect number or not. Now how can I improve this code? That is the important part. See, to check by which number 6 can be divided, we no need to check from 1 to 5. Basically this is the simple concept. If a number is denoted by n, then the maximum possibility that n can be divided by n by 2, right? Like 6, you consider 6 can be divided by 3, maximum up to 3, and then by 6 itself it can be divided, but we are not considering that number itself. So maximum divisibility can be done up to n by 2. See, you just consider any other number, like you consider 10 can be divided maximum up to 5, like that. Okay, so this is very important concept. Like 9, you consider 9 can be the remainder will be 0. How? Maximum can be up to 4.5, that is the middle term. Up to middle term only we can get positive divisors, excluding that number itself. So no need to waste our machine cycles. So what we can do, simply instead of writing x minus 1, we can write x by 2 inside this, like this. Okay, so in this way the number of machine cycles to compute the program can be reduced. You can check Control A, evaluate selection, enter the number. Let me give 6. See, yes. Let me give 7. 7 is not a perfect number, right? Because the proper positive divisors of 7 is 1 only. So that is not equal to 7. So output is no. Okay. So in this way you can write a more efficient Matlab code. Now suppose you are asked to write a Matlab code which will compute the first n proper numbers. Okay, so what you have to do, simple modification, just make it g inside g variable, then for x equal to, initially it was x, instead of g we have written x, now x equal to 1 to g we have to rotate it, and for loop we have to end this, and to store the proper perfect numbers we can define one empty matrix here. And what we can do, just no need to write if else, so directly y equal to y, then small y. Okay, so in this way if you do, let us check whether our code is working or not. Control A, evaluate selection, enter the number up to which you want to print all the perfect number from 1 to that number. Suppose let me give 100. Okay, now you write capital Y, click enter. See, 6 and 28 are only two perfect numbers from 1 to 100. Let us check for other case. Suppose let me give 1000 and write capital Y, click enter. See, only there are three perfect numbers from 1 to 1000, and those are 6, 28 and 496. Okay, so in this way you can just write a code to print all the perfect number from 1 to that particular input. Okay, I hope you have understood this. I'll post the two codes, that is how to check a number is perfect number or not, and how to print all the perfect number from 1 to n, where n will be provided by the user. These two codes I am going to provide in the description of this video. You can check there. If you have any doubt in understanding any line of the code, you just ask in the comment section. Thank you for watching.